it's our first time in Sweden, and in this video we're going to give you our first impressions, first thoughts on Sweden and Swedish culture. Yeah, let's go. Hey, I'm Dennis.
I'm Tim.
And we are STUFR, and STUFR is all about food and travel all around the world. And if you love food and travel just as much as we do, then subscribe right now. Hit the bell notification as well, so you won't miss any of our new content. And there's plenty from Sweden, right? Because we did an awesome trip.
Yeah, like travel vlogs, food,
everything. Hiking in Sweden, our best hikes, everything is on the channel. But what was your first thought when what is your first impression of Sweden?
That it's so beautiful, that it's so green, there's so many forests, there's so many lakes, big ones, small ones, everything in between. And it's gorgeous, and you have so many places where there's no people or only like a few houses, and you can drive.
It is so wide and so calm and peaceful, and so much nature.
Yeah, and like the distance between like villages and towns or whatever can be really big.
Yeah. And it's like you said, you can't drive like for 15 minutes without seeing a lake, which is beautiful. And the one lake is more beautiful than the other. It is just so gorgeous.
And they come in all shapes and sizes, which is nice.
So if you're coming for nature, you'll be happy in Sweden. And to walk and to do hikes, and you have to check out our hiking video as well. But beautiful. What else?
And the people have been so friendly.
And that is funny because we've spoken to a few Swedish people we went to dinner with them and stuff, and they explained that in Sweden people are a little bit cold and distant toward others. Like they are very warm and welcoming to their friends and family, but if they are sitting at a bus stop, they will sit far away from somebody else and they will not talk, they will not say hello. Yeah. And the same in a bus.
Or if they live in an apartment building, they will first look through the peephole to see if there's nobody outside. Those things. Yeah,
and in the bus there will only be single people sitting, and if there's like no double space left to sit, they will rather stand than sit next to a person they don't know. Yeah. We haven't noticed that because of course we are tourists, so people are very friendly to us. We've only experienced friendliness.
Which is of course super easy if you're a tourist coming here and don't speak Swedish. Everybody we met, really everybody, in every town, village, in the rural areas, everywhere, speaks perfect English. So that's not a problem at all.
No, but that is actually also, that's super handy for when you're traveling here as tourists, but it's for somebody that we met that came from another country, that started living here. It was hard for her to learn Swedish because when they noticed that she was struggling with Swedish, they would all switch to English because for them it's easy to switch to English.
I also tried some Swedish every now and then because I know a few things, but it's really hard, especially if we are together and Dennis doesn't speak any word of Swedish, and then it's English anyway, and then
I speak a little bit of Swedish. I speak knäckebröd. I make this joke all the time, sorry.
We had amazing knäckebröd. Like one we don't have at home, like the big round one with the hole inside. We only know like the rectangles, but
that is you're taking a perfect bridge to the food, because the food also here is really good.
Yes, and they have so many amazing stuff we don't know.
Yeah, and it
like
feels
so many berry jams. Also like berries we don't know, like the cloudberry and lingonberry, and I don't know, it's so amazing and it's so nice and it tastes so good.
Feels very healthy here, the food, like the knäckebröd as well, the things, I don't know, it feels like it's a very healthy country food wise. Like if you go for the traditional food, it is not really it's not like greasy, or it's not like deep fried stuff.
We even had wild food from nature.
Yes,
like when we were hiking, we just could like pick a blueberry and we could pick a raspberry over there, and it would taste amazing, and it was so nice.
And it was also, so it's always super nice to go into a supermarket here or go to local restaurants, but we love going into supermarkets and see what is different here and there. And
we fell in love with the Swedish ciders. They have a lot, and they have like everything also like a non-alcoholic, so you can drink it all the time, even if you're on a road trip and you have to drive or whatever. So you can have them in the alcoholic and non-alcoholic version. And we fell in love with the apple cider with elderflower.
Elderflower for me is is connected to Scandinavia. That's flavor. I don't know why. Maybe because IKEA sells elderflower as well. I don't know. But it is just something that in my head, and it's true because you see it everywhere here. Elderflower is not that huge in the Netherlands, where we live, or in Germany, for that matters. But here it's everywhere, and that is something that we love drinking here.
Really nice. Yeah, we even did a cider tasting with different flavors.
Check out that video, and check out our what food to try in Sweden, because we have that video where we show you a lot of trendy food, a lot of fun food to try. We'll not go in depth in this video on everything that we tried. It is really nice to just try different things that they have here, that is popular, or that's trendy, or that's traditional.
So one weird thing I realized, I don't know if it's like all this time, but I realized it like a few times at really different places when we went on trails in the forests, and you have so many huge foresty areas when you see nobody else or only like a few people. But you almost hear no birds.
Oh yeah,
singing, at least not singing.
Yeah.
And like back home, at least like in the spring and in the summer, you hear a lot of birds singing actually. But here it's not that much. So
maybe the birds.
Yeah, it's because they're like different birds that do not sing. I don't know.
They're like shy birds or something.
Yeah. So if you're in the forest and you are not walking, so you won't hear your steps or whatever, it's really really quiet.
Yeah, that is true. That is something. And something else, like we noticed these like little things. Of course, there are so many other Swedish culture things that you will notice when you live here a little bit longer. But the one thing that I noticed is that on the toilet, when you close the toilet door, you will also see on the inside if it's like white or red. So you could see from the inside if it's closed.
Yeah. So you don't have to check again. So you already know. You look. Oh yeah, it's right. Okay, I'm fine.
It's perfect. I thought it was really handy.
Yeah, it's really nice. I think almost all doors, but especially like front doors, like I think all the countries we went to, including our own country, it's like the front doors open to the inside of the house, but in Sweden they open to the outside. Something, why not? You can do it the other way around.
It is weird,
but it's just something we realize.
If you're walking, like if it's like in an apartment building and you're walking there in the hallway, and somebody opens the door without noticing you're there, then you can hit it in the face. But of course, you just said earlier in the video, Swedish people always watch through the people first to see if there's no neighbors so they can go out. So maybe that's why nobody has had a door in their face.
And maybe it's easier than if you have to flee your house or whatever. I don't know.
Well, at least when you inside, you can put like cabinets against the wall because the door doesn't have to open inside. That is an efficient way of
it doesn't take space from the inside.
I was just wondering if you could tell us if you are from Sweden or if you've been here, if you've noticed like these things as well, or what did you notice, because these are just a few of our things that we noticed.
I have one more thing I love.
Oh, tell me.
Which is like, this is a perfect example for this, like all those amazing like red wooden houses in the countryside.
Yeah.
And they're like, there are so many, like all over Sweden, like mostly red, but there's also yellow ones and grey ones and green ones, but they're mostly red, and I love them so much. They look so nice.
Yeah.
And especially if they're like surrounded by this amazing like open big gardens or next to a lake or whatever. Yeah, it's so nice.
I think that is also typically for Sweden that you can just rent these houses here rather easily. There's so many of these,
or people just have it as a summer house.
Yeah, so
next to their
if you're looking for
homes,
like this, like what we have here and the things that we have on our trip, if you've seen our travel vlogs, then it's easy to find these. It wasn't hard to find these nice wooden cabins in the middle of nowhere,
and all we had were amazing.
Yeah.
There were not one that was bad. So,
no, and although this is also something that we have to say, of course, if we talk about our first impressions, it is the prices here for these houses are not extremely expensive. They're not super cheap as well. So it's like in the middle. It's like a regular pricing. I think food and stuff was also regular priced. Alcohol, super expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like one special shop that sells alcohol, and it's the only one that's allowed to. Yeah. It's called Systembolaget, and it's only open like weekdays, and on Saturday it's already closed at 3 or whatever, and on Sunday it's completely closed. Yeah. So it's really and in the restaurants and everything, it's a lot more expensive
very
than other
pricey.
drinks.
Yeah. That is actually the things that we noticed, that we talked about, that we found interesting. But of course, let us know what were the things that you noticed when you traveled here, or if you're living here, what things that we miss out on, because there's so much more, of course. But this is what you get if you travel here for 1.5 weeks or small 2 weeks that we've been here. This is what we noticed and what we loved about the country and was what would be a reason for us to go back would just be the nature, the houses, the whiteness, the calmness, the food. Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Right? Did you have anything else? No.
No. So you see, we're really positive about the country. We love it, and we could recommend it to everyone to come here.
Definitely. And check
like
out
for everything, for the cities, for the nature, for everything.
Yeah.
It's really gorgeous.
Check out our itinerary, because the itinerary of where we went and what houses we booked and everything is on our channel as well. There you can find like all the steps that we took.
Yeah.
So for now, this is it. Thank you for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. And like we said in the beginning, if you haven't subscribed, do it right now. It's for free. Press that free red button.
Yeah. And put on the bell notification so you see all the videos about Sweden.
Yes.
And other countries.
For now, tack så mycket for watching.
Tack så mycket.
And hej då.
Hej då.